So hello everyone, my name is Tang. Today I'm so excited to share with you my dashboard, which is about Vietnamese cuisine. And the reason I come up with this idea is that I grew up in Saigon, like a hustling city in the South Vietnam, like right here. Like and since like Saigon is like a melting pot of cuisine from all the part of Vietnam, I got a chance to enjoy all the variety of cuisine from all over the places. So today I want to share with you some of the most iconic Vietnamese food. So this is a data set. There are 20 observation, 20 dishes together with like five variables: the price, the difficulty, the time to spend on cooking the food, the votes that each food get, and the link to the food recipe. And all of this information I collect from um, hungryhui.com, like pretty famous Vietnamese cuisine website. So this is not a very big data set because like throughout this semester, I got a chance to work with like big to very big data set. So I think this is a great opportunity for me to um, create a data set and make a dashboard about something that I truly care about. Hmm. And together with data set, I also get another like data set from Google Trend that show the popularity of each cuisine in 50 states of the US that I can show you later. So in the middle here, we have the price of the food that you can actually like filter out and to see the food. And also like when you hover onto the food, I created like a custom image and then I inserted that into like a tooltip. So when you hover that, you can actually see the food, the picture of the food. And you can also like click onto that. I'm gonna lead you to the like a recipe website that they can show you how to make the food. And on the right hand side here, we have the votes, the number of votes each food get. Again, you can actually like filter that, and also you can hover that to see the image, the custom image of the food, and also you can also like click on the food, also lead you to a recipe. So move down here, we have the first show is the price and votes. So we can see that the higher the price, the more votes the food get. And while this is not always the case, but I think this kind of makes sense because like the higher the price, um, the more likely that the food gonna get more votes. So there's a kind of like a positive relationship here. In terms of difficulty and price, there's also a kind of a positive relationship. Also, it's not very strong. We can see that the more difficult it is to cook a food, the more expensive the food is. And I think that makes sense because when a restaurant pay more to actually like cook the food, they spend more time cooking the food, which they're gonna increase the price, they're gonna charge the customer. And the third chart here is about the time to cook versus the difficulty of cooking the food. So the more time it is to cook the food, the more difficult the food is. And it is not always the case, right? But I think it's gonna make sense. Although the correlation is not very strong, that's why we see that the data points kind of scattered, and we can also see um, the picture of the food when you hover that to the data points here. So I'm not gonna introduce all the dishes here, but I want to do some of the most iconic food. The first one I want to introduce with you is the phở, which is a Vietnamese noodle soup. So it's kind of easy to make, but except for the twist on the seasoning and aromatics, you can see here that it have like a broth here. But back in Vietnam, we actually don't have the broth like a ready-made box, but we actually cook the broth from like the beef shank, from the oxtail. Also, people made that from chicken. And this food recipe here is kind of key ingredients. The first one is we have like the star anise pork, the star anise. The second one that you can click, um, it's gonna lead you to like a Walmart that you can actually buy that to make the food. Everything is like clickable, even the like an image here is gonna be clickable too. The second one is like the clove that also like enhance the flavor of the food and together with like cinnamon stick that you can also buy from Walmart. Um, in terms of combination, it goes like really well with the hoisin sauce here together with the sriracha sauce. Another inspirational story of a Vietnamese owner come from Vietnam to the US a long time ago and make a very successful business. And another interesting combination that goes with phở is the youtiao donut. I think it's kind of interesting because like where I come from, people don't eat that so often, but like up to the north, this is very popular. In terms of popularity, the phở is getting more popular in Colorado and Oklahoma. First, it's kind of surprising me because it's not very popular here throughout the 50 states, but then I think it makes sense because phở is like very famous here in the US for many years, and people may already know the good place to get phở, so they don't actually search for that. The second dish that I want to introduce with you is the bún bò Huế, which is another like noodle soup. So it's kind of like a noodle dish with like beef, kind of Vietnamese salami, and sometimes pork knuckles. And bún bò Huế is actually a hidden Vietnamese gem that had that has yet to make it in mainstream American cuisine. It's very rich and spicy soup with a deep layers of flavor. And this central Vietnamese soup is paired with like a tender slices of beef pork, and then topped with lots of like fresh herbs you can see here. And same story, the same story. We also make the broth from the beef shank, the oxtail, and also like this one, like the pork hop that you can also buy from Walmart. It goes like real well with the bún bò Huế. And also these are three key ingredients that make bún bò Huế like distinguished, different from the phở that I mentioned earlier. This one is the banana flour. The second one is the pork blood. And the red one is what make the red kind of like orange color of the soup, which is like the annatto seed that you can also buy from Walmart together with like garlic, lemongrass, and onions. So in terms of combination, the this paste right here is really special, which make the bún bò Huế distinguished. So this is kind of a stream paste. It's kind of paste made from stream, and people leave it overnight to get like it fermented. And the second one is kind of like Vietnamese salami, but it's so different from the salami that we have here. And the third one is that people also have that with the kind of now in terms of popularity, bún bò Huế is getting more popular in Oregon, in California, Washington, Texas, and Louisiana. These are kind of five states that most Vietnamese people live, so it's not really surprising me. The third dish that I want to do with you is the bún thịt nướng, which is a Vietnamese grilled pork noodle. Um, so in order to make like good like grilled pork here, what you actually need is kind of like a pork shoulder because pork shoulder is have a perfect like proportion of meat and fat. So it's gonna make like the meat like kind of crispy and together not very dry. And you also need like kind of like a special white noodle from Vietnam here to go with that, and you eat with like a punch of salad and vegetables. In terms of combination, this must go with a fish sauce, but it's not like a raw fish sauce, but it's like a special fish sauce that I also have like a link on YouTube here that you can also have a look to know how to make it. And people also eat that with the egg roll and a kind of like a special pork sticky meat that show also have the recipe here, linked to the website. In terms of popularity, it is getting very popular in Washington right here, and I believe that this one deserves more attention than it is right now. The next one I want to introduce you is the chả giò, which is a Vietnamese egg roll. This is also a very iconic dish, and in order to have that, you also need to buy like first one is the egg roll, gonna look like this in Walmart, and the pork is gonna be like a ground pork, and this is one like I think this is called like chikama here. They're gonna make it crispy and juicy in the middle here, together with a special mushroom like a like wood ear mushroom and the track noodle, but make it the chả giò like sticky. In terms of combination, this also goes really well with the fish sauce, with the salad, and the white noodle here. When it comes to popularity, it's getting more popular in Minnesota, Virginia, and Colorado. The next dish I want to introduce you is the cơm tấm, which is a Vietnamese broken rice. So it's dish made from the rice with like a fractured rice grains. And this rice of Vietnamese pork chop is like packed with flavor, super easy to make, and a crowd pleaser. And again here, in terms of combination, we We also it goes like really well with like meatloaf, but it's actually a Vietnamese version of meatloaf, and it's kind of very different from what you have here. Very nice, like brown crust color from the egg, and it also come with interesting. This is a pork skin. Yeah, very interesting combination. And in some popularity, it's getting popular in California, which is not surprise because this is a state where most Vietnamese people live in the US. And last but not least, we have the bánh xèo, which is a Vietnamese pancake. So it got like an irresistible, like crispy yet delicate and golden brown crust. And inside of the bánh xèo is filled with like delicious flavors, pork shrimp and shrinking of mung bean, onions, and bean sprouts. And actually, this kind of yellow here doesn't come from egg, as most people assume, but we make it from a turmeric, together with like the rice powder and the coconut cream. So in combination, it goes like really well with the fish sauce, the same fish sauce that we have for the other two dishes. And also the rice paper here is a very kind of interesting combination that you can get from Walmart and the bean. And in terms of popularity, it's getting famous in California, Oregon, Washington, and Louisiana. So this is pretty much what I have for the Vietnamese cuisine. I really hope that you guys have a chance to try that. Um, Thank you so much for your attention.